A Vice media reporter must give the RCMP material he gathered for stories about an accused terrorist. The Supreme Court of Canada has ruled in a case that pitted press freedoms against the investigative powers of police. In its 9-0 decision Friday, the High Court said the state's interest in prosecuting crime outweighed the media's right to privacy in gathering the news when all the factors in play were taken into account. Vice media said the ruling made it a dark day for press freedom. Organizations representing Canadian journalists also decried the decision as a setback that imperils their work. Police have an important job to do in protecting us from crime, but they cannot expect journalists to do that job for them, said Martin O'Hanlon, president of CWA Canada, a union that represents over 6,000 media workers. The media is not, nor should it ever be, an arm of the state. In 2014, reporter Ben Makuch wrote 3 articles about the involvement of Farah Mohammed Sheridan, formerly of Calgary, with the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. Sheridan had left Canada for Turkey in March of that year. A month later, he appeared in an ISIL propaganda video that turned up on the internet. He tore up his Canadian passport, threw it into a fire and said, "With help from Allah, we are coming to slaughter you." Exchanges between Makuch and Sheridan through a text messaging service were crucial to the articles. In 2015, the RCMP obtained a production order under the Criminal Code, directing Vice Media and Makuch to provide documents and data relating to communications with Sheridan, who might now be dead. Makuch brought an application to quash the production order, but it was dismissed, a decision upheld by the Ontario Court of Appeal. The Supreme Court agreed to examine Makuch's case, with a full bench hearing arguments last May. In a previous case, the court had set out 9 conditions for assessing the reasonableness of a search of a media outlet. Vice Media argued at the Supreme Court that lower courts had been incorrectly applying, or failing to apply, that balancing test. Philip Tunley, a lawyer for the multimedia outlet, told the High Court there should be clear protections for journalists when enforcement agencies come knocking.